What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to a new video on the channel. I think this is day 74, but what I wanted to say in this video is just a little bit about how my life is going, because I realized that it has been a little bit of time since I uploaded a video and I have some stuff going on that I wanted to tell you about. So first of all, as I said a long time ago, I applied to study sports science here in my city, Aarhus, and also study sports in another city. So for the other city, I already completed the online test to be able to get in. So I'm pretty sure I should be offered a spot up there, no matter what. For the one here in Aarhus, you have to be able to get in, to have the chance to get in. You have to complete a physical test where one of the things you have to do is swim for 10 minutes continuously. And I haven't swum for 8 years. I think the most I've swum combined in 8 years is 50 meters. And that's being very generous. It's probably more between 10 to 25 meters. I haven't been swimming at all for the last 8 years since I stopped going to school. So I've had to learn that again, and the physical test is already in 3 days from now. It's a Sunday at 9 a.m. and then to 3 p.m. And the swimming part is the first thing of the first part of the test. So I went swimming. Today's Thursday. I went swimming Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I managed to get up to swimming for 8 minutes continuously, in which part I swam 200 meters. So I'm almost at the 10 minutes. My form sucks, obviously. I haven't been swimming for 8 years. But I mean, my breathing is all right, and stuff like that. And it gets better, extremely fast. But I trained it a little bit too hard and got some pain in the back of my shoulder just because I'm doing the breast swimming. So, my rear delt got a little bit of overwork. I should have started the training just for it, maybe 1 or 2 weeks earlier and just done 2 times a week. But I'll see after my nap today how my shoulder is, because it was worse yesterday. It's not bad today. I'm gonna have an upper body training today, and then I'm gonna go swim if everything feels good. But definitely tomorrow I'm going to take off the 10 minutes, because the thing is, the 8 minutes that I did was after 2 days in a row already, and on the Sunday after I trained upper body, and my upper body was already smoked after this swimming for 10 minutes combined. And then I did the Monday after that, I had the swimming, and then I did lower body, and I had my job 7.5 hours at work, and I also had 15 kilometers on the bicycle. So I was fucking dead. When I woke up on Tuesday, my hamstrings were sore as hell. It was really bad, but I went swimming anyways, even though my body was destroyed. I managed to get the 8 minutes combined. I mean, it's only 200 meters, but it's 8 minutes. So it's only 2 minutes away from the 10. So I'm very comfortable in towards the fact that I need to get 10 minutes in a row. I mean, I think I can take off that in a fully rested state for sure. So I'm not really scared of that anymore, which is good. But we'll see, maybe I'll go swimming just a little bit every now and then, just to try and get a little bit better and do that as cardio instead of instead of walking, because it's actually really pretty fun, just to learn and use just something to learn a technique and get good at something new. But it's not something that obviously that I'm going to continue doing 3 or 4 times a week, because it is very stressful, because I still want to get in my training as well. Today I'm going to train, and I'm also maybe going to swim. That's the plan if my shoulder is fine. But it's the reason I haven't been posting on here as much this last week, because I've just been extremely busy because I both had swimming and training. And the rest of the test is just like do a jump from like the side of the pool, and then jump in with the head first, and then swim 50 meters. Then you have to do some like move basic stuff to music, some gymnastics things like handstands, forward roll, things like that, just to show you have some body awareness. So that is gonna be obviously no problem for me. Then you have to choose one of three team sports with a version of a ball, like either football or handball, or I think it's volleyball. It could be basketball. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I think it's basketball, yeah. So I have to choose one of three. So obviously, I'm going to choose football. It's the thing I've played myself and I know the most about. And it shouldn't be a problem like going through like in-game situations, like what you would do, showing that you have some control of the ball, stuff like that. So it's mainly the swimming that I have to be scared of, but I think I'm going to get through that pretty comfortably now that I've gotten 8 minutes continuously in a very fatigued state. But yeah, it's crazy, like in general, like because I would say I'm in good shape. Like I walk a lot of work, I work out, like on my bicycle, like I can go fucking fast on a mountain bike, like like 11 kilometers in like 18, 19 minutes, like with traffic signs in the way, on a mountain bike. Yeah, so and with hills, like with big hills. So, I mean that's pretty good. So it's just like the specific thing, like swimming, technically, and in terms of correct energy disposal, I'm not that good. But mainly it's just like my energy. You can't expect to be good at something when you haven't done it for 8 years. Like also, if I went running, I wouldn't be good at all because like it's so different. Like using a bicycle, or running on a treadmill, not running on a treadmill, running on a cross trainer, sitting or using a stationary bike or an air bike. Like this, in terms of the technique, it's just very very different, and the beating up again from the ground. So there's a lot of differences to it. But yeah, for the session here, this is from Sunday. So I did 4 sets of ring pull-ups. I honestly thought I could get 4 sets of 8, just to bar with the good controlled form. But when I had done the last 2 sets and I got to like the 7th rep on the third, I just died. And I think it's also from the swimming, just being like obliterated with the after the first day. Like I got the most crazy chest pump after the first day. It was absolutely insane, and I wish I could bring my phone to the pool area just to take a picture of it because it was wild. Like I've never experienced something like that, even from like rings and stuff. So that was crazy, and I could definitely feel it when doing my training. So lateral raises was great. Like I reached new PRs. Obviously, I've not done the specific variation for that long, so I should be getting better at it pretty fast, despite already being strong at lateral raises because it's a new movement. I'm training like in a different way. I haven't done it for more than like 4 times now, but still, it's good to see that I'm getting stronger at it, and I still just feel it's like a tremendous amount, especially the last set that I showed, where each set was like 2 minutes long. That was my last set where I dropped the weight back around 20%. I went from 12 kilo dumbbells down to 10 kilo dumbbells and used a little bit of a faster tempo just to focus on the pump, but still keeping a really controlled eccentric. So maybe like 2 or 3 seconds down instead of 4 to 5. And it feels like my lateral shoulder side tilt is going to explode. I never experienced it when I did just standing lateral raises despite using double the weight for almost for like the same amount of reps. And then for the flies, I was like, man, I did 15 reps the last time, and that was like 1 week ago, and I was like, that took 2 minutes 25 seconds. I've just been swimming, so as well, if I'm gonna do 16 reps, it's gonna be like 2 minutes and 30 seconds at least, or something around that, depending on how much rest I need at the top, if I could get to that point, because it was a really big if, because of the swimming, obviously. So I was like, okay, it's probably a good time to increase the weight and drop the reps. So I went up 10% in weight and went down to 8 reps. So I used 22 kilo dumbbells. And I think that was a really good idea, because only 10% increase and a 7 reps drop is gonna make it easier, and it felt really, really good. Again, the angle of the first set didn't really make it justice. Like when I'm showing it there from the front, from the back, you can't really see how deep I actually get. But it's insane, like how deep I get. When you see the back of sets of 4 reps, you can see how deep I get, how slow the reps are, stuff like that. And you don't see any other people at all, basically, that get to that depth. And the crazy thing is, I don't even feel like the stretch a huge amount in my chest. Like at some point, I think I'm going to actually try and try to extend the arms just to see how that feels when doing them, and maybe that will give me like an even bigger stretch. I just need to be aware of like my elbow health and not like going a little bit too hard on my chest, because I don't want any like strains to occur. That wouldn't be the greatest thing in the world, obviously. But the 8 reps felt comfortable. So after that, I was gonna do ring push-ups, but I found out this gym doesn't have rings that can get far enough down, so I just did those deep push-ups on parallettes. Not anything extremely hard, just to get into extra volume. And then back on the program, I did these vertical pull-up parts with the chest expander, just 3 strings here for 30 reps to start with. I'm gonna go up to 4 for the next time. I'm using the underhand here to make it a little bit harder, otherwise I can use like 5 springs for 15 with the overhand grip. But this one limits the weight by like around 1 string. So I'm excited to push these again. I feel like my back development when I do these is pretty good. And it's one of the exercises I feel most in my lats, which I think, for many exercises, I don't have a really good connection to my lats. But when I really burst out high volume with these, I actually feel my lats quite well. So yeah, that is all for this one. I'm gonna be really back on the grind from next week. I should have a good amount of time to get back into the groove and really get things going. So you guys should be excited. I have a lot of videos planned about like double progression, dynamic double progression, like how to, like what is the difference between like progression models and like different training methods, how that like where methods are something you're using within a type of progression. So a lot of stuff to look forward to. I'll see you all next time. I'm out.